Hey guys, NanMan here with my next StarCraft 2 cast. This one is between actually two high master level players. This is a little bit of a older game. It's actually a month or two ago because LXG and SGT held a tournament on Playhem featuring master level players, of course, and these were two of the players from that. Before I get into any information about those players, of course, let's just say, of course, happy holidays to everybody. It is January and the start of 2012, so there's going to be a lot more content coming out on my YouTube channel, as well as having a lot more live broadcasts. Of course, one event that is going to be coming up on January 21st is in the DC area. There's going to be a local LAN, of course, and I will be live casting that event. So if you guys are in the DC, Virginia, or Maryland area, simply go to Team Liquid, search DC LAN. I will have links in the description, of course, if you want to check that out. And you'll be able to find out where it's located, all that good stuff. Come out, say hi, hang out, play some StarCraft, maybe win some money, who knows. Of course, there's going to be a actually show match featuring the, it's like a GSTL style show match featuring the, of course, DC LAN top players versus the New York City top players, because there's kind of been a little bit of a rivalry between those communities to see who has the better players, better community, that sort of thing. So there's going to be a GSTL style best of 9. Winner goes on to the next match style of Team League that will be happening this coming Saturday, actually, on the 7th at 7 p.m. I believe it's the 7th. Sometime in January, coming up on Saturday. There's links in the description for that as well. I'll be co-casting that, since I am the DC caster. But now, since things are getting underway in this match here, let's go a little bit and introduce the players. Spawning over here in the bottom or upper left-hand side on MLG Metalopolis, it is the green Protoss player, known as Nemesys. And actually, Nemesys is one of our most recent recruits to LXG. This game was played before he was recruited into LXG. He's one of the, basically, I would say, community regulars in the sense that he participated in different tournaments such as the EP Open, which is a weekly event that happens every Saturday at 6 p.m. It's open for Grandmaster and below players. And it looks like his pool's being attacked by this probe over here. Corresponding over here in cross-map position, it is our light blue Zerg player, known as ZingerXPn. Let's talk about his pool looking a little bit dirty there, because it's all green and full of goo, but of course he's got metabolic boost on the way. Queen just spawned out. Now both players are top master level players, so this is going to be quite an exciting game. And ooh, look at this. Zinger is actually going to be expanding to the gold right away here. This, instead of going for his natural, which is much safer and easier to secure, he's going to be playing with a little bit of a risk here. And if he can deny this probe from getting up here and seeing this, this will be a huge deal. But no, looks like the probe does manage to pop in here for a brief moment and is able to scout this. Probe does manage to get taken out. Now this is going to force Nemesys to decide to act, and he already has 3 gates thrown down here. Zealot and Stalker at the front, and it looks like he is going to be going for a 4-gate pressure to try and deny this gold base from going down. Now he's got to be very, very careful about this, because Zinger is playing a bit of a risk, and so he's going to, transferring quite a lot of drones over there, going to throw down most likely a good amount of static defense. We do see a Roach Warren has been thrown down as well, because you really can't try to defend against this with, say, simply Zerglings alone. Of course, we do see that Chrono Boost will be most likely finishing up on that Warp Gate technology. One Overlord trying to sneak in there to get an idea of what was going on, but the Stalker and Sentry does manage to take him out without being able to see too much. I do like Lings have been positioned at the Watchtower, so he will be able to see if any units decide to move on out. And already going to town on that gold mineral here. We do see he did get supply capped, of course, because that one Overlord did get sniped. Evolution Chamber has been thrown down in the main base, as well as we do see the first Spine Crawler being thrown down. Here comes the first group of units for Nemesys moving across the map, but he has not taken control of the watchtower, so we do see that Zinger is able to scout this. He does have 2 queens here. That one spine's coming up. More lanes are going to start moving in, and nice force fields go down, trapping in these queens. He is going to be able to snipe it, but oh, one stalker does go down because of the lanes. More lanes are reinforcing in, and it looks like there are no reinforcements that have been worked in for Nemesys, and he might actually lose this entire force here, and one queen looks like is going to be able to manage to get out of there. And oh, Link did a good surround on all of these zealots, and are going to be able to clean this up. Oh, wow. Pull back at the last second, and are able to clean up the remaining zealots here. We do see back in Nemesys' side of the base, he did throw down that one pylon to wall in, just in case when he went out for that attack, his opponent wouldn't go for a Ling run by. And it looks like we're going to see Nemesys try to take an expansion behind this, realizing, okay, I am in a very, very rough spot right now. And a wave of Lings are going to be coming up here. Going to just poke up and see what they can see. They might try to do a little bit of a run by if possible. And oh, try to catch that one probe. And wow, look at that. That probe just managed to get out of there. He did select on these mineral patches and was basically able to phase through all of these units. Ooh, coughing a little bit. Thought my cold was done, but no, we do see the Nexus has been dropped down at the natural. A couple more sentries have been morphed in now. We do see supplies are actually quite even, 45 to 45 here. We do see Hallucinate being researched, which will help out a lot since he is going to be concentrating on these sentries for the time being, and this will allow him to get a little bit more scouting intel. Of course, back over in Zinger's side of the map, we do see the lair is just now finishing up. +1 melee attack is on the way now. We do see he's going to be getting a Spire as soon as that lair finishes up. Very cool style of play. Also taking his third base, which is his natural here. Creep spread is very good, already connecting his main base and the gold expansion. Both those Vespene geysers are now up at the gold base. And still only having one spine crawler here to really defend against. So he's really not so worried. I mean, he has good map control, has control of the watchtowers, has good creep spread, has Lings outside of his opponent's basically ramp to his third base to see, okay, if you trying to take a quick third to be a little bit greedy in it, I'll be able to see this and catch you off guard. And there we do see one Hallucinated Phoenix comes out. Lings do run in here, and they are going to try to pick off a few probes, but no probes do go down. Lings are forced to run on back. We do see that one Hallucinated Phoenix is going to be flying across the map. It's going to try to get as much scouting intel as possible. Now this is how you can tell that the Phoenix are hallucinated, of course. If they fly by and you see they are shooting your overlords and you're not taking any damage, you go, okay, it's just hallucinated Phoenix. You are just doing all that for scouting. But he was able, of course, to scout that one Spire. And his response to all this is going to be to throw down that Stargaze. So it looks like we're going to be seeing him go for that Phoenix style of play. Now, it is a little bit risky to do this, because your opponent already has that Spire down. He is already ahead in the tech. We do see 6 Mutalisks already in production that he's going to have to be a little bit careful about this. So we do see he is throwing down a Forge as well. This will help him to be able to throw down cannons not only in his natural but his main. I like that he has thrown all of his sentries and stalkers into his main base around that Nexus to help defend against this. But Lings do run in here. Force field does catch him off guard, and all the Lings are going to get cleaned up. Looks like handful of probes might have gotten taken out in that little skirmish there. Back over in Zinger's side of the map, we do see the Mutalisks are now out on the field. They're going to be swinging up and trying to poke into the main base. 4 more Mutalisks on the way, as well as that +1 flyer attack. We do see, ooh, they're going to be coming in here and running right past that pylon. Looks like they're going to try to go for that mineral line. Going to start taking out 1 or 2 of those probes at the cylinder. Was only able to get 1 at that point. Guardian Shield was popped, and he just flies on out of there going, okay, I'm just going to poke around, see what I can do, try to cause a little bit of problems while you waste energy on stuff like that Guardian Shield. And he's just going to build up more Lings and more Mutalisks behind that. Also taking his 4th base. Very nice play, going, you know what, I have complete map control. You're stuck on 2 base. I can really just start taking my entire side of the map. We do see Lings and Roaches moving across the right hand side. We do see the Roaches did get that Glial Reconstitution to increase their movement speed off of creep, so they are able to just about keep up with those Lings. Not really the same speed, because that would be a little bit ridiculous, course, we do see the first 3 Phoenix are now on the field. 3 more queued up and being chrono boosted out. You see 2 cannons going down in the main base and the natural right now. Back on over at our opponent's side, ZingerXPn, the Zerg. He does have +1 fire attack, finishing up +2 melee just now starting, and he's also thrown down that infestation pit. This will allow him, of course, to get that hive attack and continue on to tier 3, of course. Phoenix, gotta be very careful. Phoenix is actually the only unit that can shoot while moving, so they will be able to do a good job kiting those Mutalisks around, but that is a very scary number of Mutalisks. If he's not careful, he can be like, okay, I'm going to run away with the Mutalisk, and then the next thing he knows, he kind of jukes him and is basically on top of those Phoenix and wailing down. And looks like he's going to be flying into the main base here. Going to try to pick off anything he can. There are 2 cannons, but with that amount of Phoenix or Mutalisk, he will be able to start picking off these, of course, simulators without being out of range of these photon cannons. Looks like a group of probes have decided they don't want to mind. They want to just hang out over there and are able to snipe 1 or 2 of those Mutalisks and get out of there, no problem. Looks like they want to try to chase down. Nope. Just trying to be as defensive as possible. And that is a lot of probes, actually, that are not mining here. Total of 8 that are just following 1 single probe. More Phoenix are being chrono boosted out. We do see +1 melee attacks on the way here. Going to be getting those Protoss Zealots here to be a little bit stronger. And, of course, back on over on Zinger's side, he is getting that hive tech. Also, at the same time, he is, where is it? There we do see Burrow is on the way. He's got a 2nd evolution chamber, and look at this. A lot of spines gone down at this force to help defend it, as well as 1 spore crawler, and very nice creep spread connecting even his 5th base going down. But it looks like Nemesys is going to move out now. He is going to try to take his 3rd base. He is up to 118 supply compared to the 172 of his opponent. Looks like Mutalisks are going to try to fly in here. And they do almost catch 1 of these Phoenix, but no, with these Stalkers warping in, they do back off for a little bit here. And +1 air weapons on the way for Nemesys. So he's going to be relying heavily on this air tech for some time now. Let's check out that income tab for a bit here. And we can see, wow, 67 drones for Zinger. He's basically mined out the gold base at basically 2,000 minerals compared to the 1,200 opponent is getting in. And Lings do run in here with the roaches and are able to snipe 1 of those pylons, see how big of an army it is, and realize, okay, we really do not want to engage there. Mules do want to try to go in and maybe do a little bit more hit and run tactics. Looks like Phoenix are going to start heading out on the field. Now, of course, if we look at those units, 9 Phoenix compared to the 34 Mutalisks. And they're going to come in here and maybe, just pick up 1 drone, see that spore crawler, and back off. Looks like the Mutalisks do realize, okay, we need to get back out there and try to do a little bit more harassment. We do see, of course, +1 air weapons just about finishing up. Mutalisks really haven't gotten any more upgrades except for that 1 flyer attack. Back over in the main base for Zinger, we do see he's got +3 melee attacks on the way. Really hasn't done anything with that infestation pit as of late. He did get, of course, Passion Gland, but we don't see any infestors out on the field yet. And looks like he wants to try to push up. There is a wall off here with gateways, and Mutalisks do end up sniping 1 so he can run those Lings in, and nice. Going to start picking off a few of those Stalkers. Here come those Lings. Nice force field does go down, trapping in these units. Zealots are actually battling out against roaches. Here come those Phoenix. They are going to be able to scare away those Mutalisks, and if these force fields keep up, those Zergs will not be able to get in here. And gotta be careful. He did juke back and was able to do quite a lot of damage. We do see a couple of these Phoenix in the red and orange here. Gateways are finishing up now, and more Mutalisk and roaches on the way. Adrenal glands coming out to increase that attack speed of Zerglings. +3 and +2 going to be finishing up relatively soon as well, but it's going to be interesting to see what 3rd tier tech he decides to go, of course. He does have a lot of upgrades into that melee attacks. We might favor those Ultralisks, or he can simply go for Greater Spire. You do see he's going to be taking his complete side of the map. There goes that 5th base coming down, or 6th base, I guess now. And I would like to see the creep spread connect a little bit more in this area. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but that's just me. I do like that triple, of course, triple macro hatches coming down to help spend that extra resources he will be gathering up. And we do see the first infestors are going to be hitting the field soon. 4 on the way. Mutalisks are taking quite a bit of damage. There's still a lot in the green and a couple more being produced. Looks like the Phoenix number are starting to dwindle. Looks like he wants to try to come in and bait a few in there. And oh, as they start to run away, he is going to be able to snipe some, but he's got to be very careful about this. Ooh, does manage to back up. And those infestors are going to help out a lot. If he gets some fungal growth on these Phoenix, they will be completely screwed to the Mutalisks, especially with the numbers they are in. We do see still more Phoenix in production right now. And looks like a couple cannons are going to be going down. Phoenix really haven't done much more scouting as of late. He's only been able to see the gold base, natural, and the main base. I would like to see him do maybe a few more hallucinated Phoenix come out and do some more scouting. I mean, I'm sure he can assume his opponent has taken his whole side of the map, but I don't know. I would still like to see him do a little bit more scouting. Because there might be vulnerable spots going, okay, you know what, if I got a robo and maybe, yep, he is getting a robo, maybe go for some drop play. And, oh, we're going to be seeing an Ultralisk Cavern and a triple Nidus play. This is going to be awesome. This will allow him to basically drop 3 Nidus anywhere on the map that he has vision, and he can essentially stream units out of any of them at one point. And Nice does manage to snipe one gateway here and get out of there without taking any losses. Here come the Phoenix, getting over here a little bit late to the party. Nemesys is doing a good job adding back up in supply at 177. Oh, one Phoenix does manage to get out of there. Oh, good fungal going down on a lot of the Phoenix. Another fungal comes up. Mutalisks want to come in and engage. They do manage to snipe quite a lot of these Phoenix, but he's got to be careful about bunching them up here. And oh, they do get bunched up, and nice fungal growth going down. He is going to be able to basically snipe almost all of these Phoenix. And it looks like here is the engagement. Nemesys is coming down on the low ground to battle out with these Stalkers, but none of them have blink. He does not have charge, and Infestaterrans come up to cover his retreat and all this. And ooh, even lifting up an Infestor. Very nice play. Looks like Nemesys is going to be able to defend against this, but we do have 3 Nidus Worms on the way. One's popping up on the right side, as well as in this expansion here. Where is the other one? There's got to be another one somewhere. I see 2. Where's the third one? There's a third one somewhere. I don't know. It's got to be in here, maybe? No. Can't. We've lost track. Oh, there's another one coming up. There's also 2 more coming up. Oh, one in the main base as well as on the low ground to help reinforce. So this way, he will be able to run into the main base as well as if he wanted to reinforce along that right-hand side. Looks like he's going to start loading in these roaches and just move into the main base with this. Ultralisks are loaded in. Here comes more Nidus being dropped down. A couple Infestors have been unloaded. So as his opponent has to stream into the main base, he's going to have to battle against fungal growth. Lots of ultras. We do see good fungal going down on these Phoenix here. Going to trap them in here, and oh, he is stuck in a horrible position. He cannot really move his whole army up the ramp. He is going to end up losing his main base if he's not careful. More ultras in production right here. A couple of them are just kind of hanging around, not really doing anything. One does get caught on the low ground. I would like to see some units start to stream up along the other side as well. Looks like he's just going to load back in here and unload over on the low ground and actually battle it out against his opponent here, getting a nice little concave. Roaches on the high ground and Ultralisk on the low ground. Fungal growth going down on a lot of these dudes, even trapping him in with Nidus to completely surround his army. And GG is called. Wow, that was an epic game. Not something you see all too often, having these Nidus play come out. It's really cool to see. Once his resources got pretty much up, he was like, you know what, I'm going to try to find another way to harass you other than simply using these Mutalisks and doing this 3 Nidus style of play. This really allowed him to go, you know what, I can hit you basically anywhere. I have the map control. I have the entire map covered in creep. I can basically drop Niduses anywhere. He dropped one over at these expansions, so if his opponent was over here or trying to move out to engage him, he could easily counterattack with this. And then he was very aggressive with these ones. We saw him drop them down here to reinforce on the low ground if need be, as well as be aggressive and drop him into his opponent's main. I really liked how he trapped in the army with these ones as well, and basically no matter what he tried to do, Nemesys would be cornered by all of these Zerg units. So very, very epic game between both players, and I'm surprised that Zinger has not been picked up by any teams yet or clans as of late. I mean, he is quite a good player. Of course, you can check out his stream as well as the stream of Nemesys. You'll see links in the description below if you want to see these players play a bit more. I know I really enjoyed Zinger's Nitus play this game. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for this. Be sure to check out the description for all of the information about myself and these players. Of course, subscribe if you enjoy my casting. It helps me out immensely. I am going to start uploading multiple games a week. As of 2011, I was uploading one cast a week. I'm going to try to shoot for 2 or 3 a week now. So be sure to tune in and check all those out. There will be a couple more games coming up later this week as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next game. And I will see you guys next game.